Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day by Judith Foist. Another page. I went to sleep with gum in my mouth, and now there's gum in my hair. And when I got out of bed this morning, I tripped on the skateboard, and by mistake I dropped my sweater in the sink while the water was running, and I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. At breakfast, Anthony found a Corvette Stingray car kit in his breakfast cereal box, and Nick found a junior undercover agent code ring in his breakfast cereal box. But in my breakfast cereal box, all I found was breakfast cereal. I think I'll move to Timbuktu. In the car on the way to school, Mrs. Gibson let Becky have a seat by the window. Audrey and Elliot got seats by the window too. I said I was being scrunched. I said I was being smunched. I said if I don't get a seat by the window, I'm going to be car sick. No one even answered. I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. At school, Mrs. Dixon liked Paul's picture of the sailing boat better than my picture of the invisible castle. At singing time, she said I sang too loudly. At counting time, she said I left out 16. Who needs 16? I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. I could tell because Paul said he wasn't my best friend anymore. He said that Philip Parker was his best friend and Albert Moyo was his next best friend, and I was only his third best friend. I hope to sit on a tack, I said to Paul. I hope the next time you get a double-decker strawberry ice cream cone, the ice cream part falls off the cone part and lands in Timbuktu. There were 2 cupcakes in Philip's lunch bag, and Albert got chocolate with almonds, and Paul's mother gave him a piece of jelly roll that had little coconut sprinkles on top. Guess whose mother forgot to put in dessert? It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. That's what it was, because after school my mum took us all to the dentist, and Dr. Fields found a cavity just in me. Come back next week and I'll fix it, said Dr. Fields. Next week, I said, I'm going to Timbuktu. On the way downstairs, the lift door closed on my foot, and while we were waiting for my mum to get the car, Anthony made me fall where it was muddy. And then, when I started crying because of the mud, Nick said I was a crybaby, and while I was punching Nick for saying crybaby, my mum came back with the car and scolded me for being muddy and fighting. I am having a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day, I told everyone. No one even answered. So then we went to the shoe shop to buy some sneakers. Anthony chose white ones with blue stripes. Nick chose red ones with white stripes. I chose blue ones with red stripes. But then the shoe man says, we're sold out. They made me buy plain white ones. They can't make me wear them. When we picked up my dad at his office, he said I couldn't play with his copying machine, but I forgot. He also said to watch out for the books on his desk, and I was as careful as could be except for my elbow. He always said no fooling around with his phone, but I think I called Timbuktu. My dad says, please don't pick him up anymore. It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. There were beans for dinner, and I hate beans. There was kissing on TV, and I hate kissing. My bath was too hot. I got soap in my eyes. My marble went down the drain. I had to wear railroad train pyjamas. I hate my railroad train pyjamas. When I went to bed, Nick took back the pillow he said I could keep, and the Mickey Mouse nightlight burnt out, and I bit my tongue. The cat wants to sleep with Anthony, not me. It has been a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. My mum says some days are like that. Even in Timbuktu.